everyone. Welcome to another episode of Damage Control. This is Mookie, joined again here with Darth Fever. And we have a pretty interesting show here that we want to discuss. I have a lot of excitement. A lot of times you don't hear it through my voice, but I do definitely have excitement inside here about what's been going on lately with Marvel Strike Force. So Darth and I are going to go ahead and recap what's been going on with us this week. We're definitely going to be talking about Avengers Tower and the Pestilence event. And then at the end, we'll just kind of shortly recap the not so meaty blog post of what came out on Friday's blog post with Marvel Strike Force. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy the show. So stay tuned to it here. And Darth, let's welcome in Darth. How are you doing, Darth?
I'm doing good. Good morning, Mookie.
Yeah, good morning. All right, man. So let's, oh man, I'm excited. So I just want to jump right into it here. So first off, happy Easter to everyone. Definitely, enjoy your time with your family, friends, whoever you are getting together with. So we got some stuff coming up over here in my household. Do you have big plans for yourself, Darth? What's going on with you guys?
We got some plans. We're going to go see my in-laws and do some hunting of Easter eggs and things like that.
Yeah. We're going to be chilling here at my house. So going to be somewhat of a short show, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about. All right. So yeah, over here, let's go ahead and bring up the gameplay. What I want to start off with, I'm trying to think of, I'm always trying to think of my sequences here a little bit, but what I want to do, actually, let's share this over here with you guys. Let's transition over here. All right, I'm going to start off actually with the Avengers Tower. So this is the mode that I don't get too excited about, but I know you do, so I'll let you talk about it first. How did you feel about this week's Avengers Tower?
I was pretty excited about this week's Avengers Tower, but your excitement level depends on how you do and how far you go and what your plans were for it and what you wanted to do. So, I had a lot of fun because I exceeded my expectations. I only got top 1%, but I still exceeded my high score by quite a bit.
Yeah, and I'm putting up right there, right? Yeah, you're over there at rank 250, right? That's what you're about 150 short of the top 100.
Yeah.
What would you say would have to get you to the top 100? Would it be like just rerunning it, like kind of crashing at a certain point and pushing it again?
So no, I only made it to floor 95, and I didn't beat floor 95. I only made it to floor 95, lost, and then realized I had no teams that I was going to be able to beat it with. And then I dropped back down to 61 and did 5 more levels. So if I had an extra day, or if I had done better during some of the previous days and actually thought I was going to get to level 95, then maybe I would have had a team that I could have beat 95 with, but I just didn't have it yet. And I only had, by the time I got there, it was literally the last day. I couldn't reset and try it again. So
okay.
I think that would have been basically the way for me to. I still could have attained a higher score. I just couldn't climb any higher in the tower than I did.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my score over here and where I kind of fell in within the rankings. So let's take a look here. Is it still didn't know. I thought it loads up. Yeah, so I was on 6, or where did it go? Where did I go? 651. And I kind of, this is the one again I'm not as excited about, but my kind of focus when I do is just to kind of see how high I can get up the floor level. And I made it up to floor level 91. And this is kind of what gets you. And similar to what you did, and actually thanks for sharing your score and kind of talking about how you read after you drop back down to 61 and just kind of finish off your run. I did the same thing, so I kind of got some extra bonus points after that because I forgot about, because once I hit 91, I knew I couldn't complete 91, I just stayed there. And I never thought about going through the defeat and then restarting at floor 61. So I went ahead and did that, and I got back up to like 65 or something. But yeah, I was kind of shocked about my performance there, about getting into the 90s. And how would you say the new Darko team did for you in this tower?
Awesome. They beat floor. What floor was it? 92 or 93? One of the last. That was why I didn't have them to try against Dormammu, but it was one of the last floors that had Cersei.
Was it the Eternals with the Infinity Watch?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. And my 560k, I think at the time, I walked all over him. like all 5 of my guys standing.
Yeah, they're crazy. I mean, they're definitely a hard counter to the Eternals. So, yeah, once I got the Dark Code, once we got Morgan Le Fay unlocked, I was able to go ahead and put her in there. I think it was on floor maybe 78 where you first see the Eternals, one of the first beefy ones. And I was able to knock him out with that squad. And then, of course, later I had used them up prior to some other match, and I didn't get to use them against that. I think it's the 94th, the 91st floors where that Eternal Infinity Watch hybrid team was. So that's kind of where I stuck right there because I had already used up my Dark Hold. But yeah, so that was that. And let me jump back over to this other screen that I got a view of your I gotta fix it here. All right, let's just jump right into the Pestilence. So
Oh,
on the Pestilence event, I'll just let you start. What's your take? What's your first impressions of going through this event?
fun. I think the Pestilence event is a lot of fun. Um, it's nice that it's 10 days long because it is a long event. Like I feel that because I want to do it all in one shot. I don't want to do it over the course of 2 or 3 different shots at it. I want to sit there and concentrate and focus and do my whole run for my best score at one time. And it takes about 40 minutes or so for me to put in a good concentrated run with the right scourges. I want to try to up my score. And it's nice because like I didn't feel it yesterday, but I'm feeling it today for sure. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try again. But that score that I showed, I was excited when I got that when I shared that with the group. But I've actually dropped way out of that score right now. I was looking last night, and some of these scores are getting pretty high. So I'm definitely gonna have to kick my rear end back up into gear to get some of these good scores. Because right now I'm at 776. So I dropped 500 spots since then.
Oh wow! And you still got that score of 1.4 or yeah,
Yeah,
1.4.
1.4. Yeah, I haven't improved on that one. I didn't. I tried to run at 9 yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I laughed at myself. That was never gonna. I was never gonna beat that score with trying to get 4 or 5 of the nodes at 9 done or anything like that. So my thing is I can improve on that score. I have to work harder at nodes 5 and node 10. I have to do better and play node 5 more times so that I have more characters available for node 10. So that I can hopefully beat node 10 on difficulty 8 with, what was it, 200 or 160 points worth of Scourges or something like that.
Yeah. So let me I'm looking at the Pestilence event right now here as you're speaking about your breakthrough, and I'm wondering. Let me add. How do I get back to that little screen? Okay, here we go. So tell me what's the best advice or like your personal advice that you believe is the best way to take it? Do you kind of go into this difficulty level setting first? Like you said, level 9 is yeah, way out there. I haven't even tried it. So I'm sticking around level 8. But once you do this, then the next thing is to go ahead and start selecting the scourges that you want.
Right,
Um,
that's what I did. So originally I didn't know. I started and I did difficulty 6. And I
okay.
tried difficulty 6, and I walked through it with no Scourges.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it still took me over half an hour. So I wasn't, and I unlocked Morgan Le Fay that night. I'd basically
Okay.
gotten as far as I was going to get. So the next night I tried it, and I did it at level 8 with no Scourges, and I couldn't beat the boss. And then I went back the next day, and I did level 7 with about 200 points worth of Scourges, and I cleared it, and that was better than 8 with no Scourges where I didn't beat the boss. But then the next day I went back to 8, and I added about 160 points worth of Scourges, and then I just can't beat node 10. So there's been a progression of where I can look at my points and watch my point jumps. And at this point in what I'm doing is I'm looking at my Scourges now, and I'm deciding what I can fight through and what I can't fight through, and is there a thing or two that I can do to make it so that I can get to beat level 10, and then I could actually improve my score into the 1.6 something category.
Okay. Yeah, so truthfully, I haven't even gone through this Scourges as far as really looking into setting them up. Um, I did like you said, I went on to the level 6, I think, and then 7. Basically, I haven't put any Scourges, and then once I got to level 8, and I didn't complete Node 10, that's my final ranking right there, is going through difficulty level 8 and going all the way to the 10th node, but not completing it. So I fell short, and I'm at 1.1. So what I kind of did and why I paused, and first off, I mean, this whole game mode, I just appreciate it that you can play within your own time, So obviously with Easter going on and my wife's birthday is actually going on today. Happy birthday to my wife.
Happy birthday, Miss Mookie.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah, so we've been busy. We've been celebrating her b-day early, but like later on during the night you can kind of jump into it. So it's not like you have to blitz every 2 hours and have to worry about a certain time to join in, with like the war. But I've been able to just do about like 3 runs. And but now as things kind of calm down a little bit, then I'm gonna start kind of playing with these scourges a little bit more. But during the interim, I guess what I was gonna get at is that I really know you really can understand the need of having a bigger Web Warrior squad. And if I jump over here, let me see where I'm at with my Web Warriors. I got them built up to where you are at the last time I spoke to you, where I have them all at level 85 now. Before I had some like on level 80, but now I got them up to about the level 85-ish. Yeah, all across the board. And of course, I got the teal on those 2 characters, the Ghost and Scarlet Spider. Then the other ones are just going to be G15s.
Right.
After this, event, have you thought about like adding more T4s to your squad? Have you tinkered with Web Warriors? What do you feel like you got to do anything else to them? Or is it your Dark Hunters you're starting to think that you got to build on? Like, what's your take? Like, do you feel like you got to rebuild, or you just not that concerned about it?
Honestly, that's basically the only thing I can add to my characters right now because I can't add shards for star levels. So that would be the only thing that I could do to make my characters better. The nice thing about the Web Warriors is they are 100% RNG dependent with all their dodges. So that lends itself to having a super good or a super bad RNG run. And to me, that just means taking node 5 and running it 100 times until you one-shot it clean.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the harder of the 2 nodes for me. But I think that when I do it again, I'm going to run level 8 with the same amount of Scourges I ran before. And I might mind up playing level 5 for a couple days because I want to come out clean with a one-shot. And if I can't do it, I'm not gonna improve my score as it is. So it doesn't really matter if I don't complete the run or anything like that. But the only way for me to get any higher would be to complete level 8 with those Scourges on. Yeah. So that's the only place for me because all of my tunes are level 85. I'm just like you. I have the 216s and the 315s on my Web Warriors. Even my Morbius is gear 16 on my Dark Hunters. So here's the deal. I do have a gear tier 14 Elsa Bloodstone on that team. But she's not going to go to gear tier 15 anytime soon because the Mystic gear crunch right now.
Yeah.
I'm out of superior arcane powders, so.
All right. Well, jumping back, let me go back on one. Just kind of tie a bow on this topic here for the Pestilence. When we go back onto this, to that node 5, I think the real key party you just kind of hit on, and I just want to touch base on it again. It's one-shotting with the Web Warriors. Some people initially I thought like, oh, you gotta throw like a trash team or something like that. But no, I mean the Web Warriors can make it through even in that difficulty 8. But you just need, like you said, it's RNG, so you're gonna have to like back out, restart it, hopefully find a luck in a shorter time period when you're rerunning it. But once you do that, it's all about just surviving them, keeping the Dark Hunters. Because what I've been gonna try to do is, and I think Dale brought this up in our Discord, and it's about just going after magic, right? Once you're in this node or here, the final 10-1 is throwing your Dark Hunters at magic and trying to defeat her off, and then let the Web Warriors kind of do the cleanup.
That is what he said. That's a strategy worth trying for sure.
Yeah, and I think it was Mobile Gamer even talked about that on one of his recent shows too, that someone talked about on Reddit. So conversations, and that's all going out there. So that's definitely something I'm gonna give a try. I haven't done that yet. But when I go through this next run, I'm hoping I can clear it. And then I'll add some Scourges after I can clear difficulty level 8 on my own. Okay, cool. But yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a fun event, man. Even our boy Willie, who I know has kind of had ebb and flows with the games, is even enjoying it. So I wanted to make a comment on him when he was like, "I'm loving this event." He stopped rating.
Hmm.
So that's the other downside. I think a lot of our teammates in general, they're forgetting about getting their campaign energy going as far as jumping into certain older game modes, and they're jumping right into this one, which it's fun. So I mean, I guess the developers have to think of a different way as far as these daily objectives, because adding a game mode like this, it's definitely going to take, like you said, even when we're using the easy difficulty, it took about like half an hour. Some people could take 45 depending how slow they want to go about their attacks. So it is time consuming, but it is fun. Yeah, at the same time. All right, so we got that, and let's go ahead and jump into. I'll talk about the blog post a little bit here because it kind of transitions into this whole Pestilence and just the Darkhold team in general. We'll recap our show about Darkhold, but let me get my screen ready here for the blog post. Make sure I. All right. Well, the blog post wasn't much of anything. Really, all it is about is Agatha, in my opinion. So that if I were to recap this, it's the Agatha event. So that's what came out, is that we're gonna be going ahead and it breaks out the event, which I can't remember off the cuff unless I see it on here. Do you remember the date of her event? I don't know why
Thursday, I want to say.
April 21st. Yeah, so it comes out, I guess, is that like a Tuesday or Wednesday?
Well, today's the 17th, so.
Oh, you're right, Thursday. Okay. So yeah, so that comes out on Thursday. And pretty much, if I were to just summarize the event, it's gonna be 10 days. You're gonna have to blitz to go ahead and start working on getting the hex orbs. And then the hex orbs, once you open them, will help you get onto the milestone points. So of course, we don't have the rewards or any of that information yet, but it is going to be the milestone rewards once you open up those hex orbs. And I guess there's also another way to work. And it sounded like it was like a separate milestone, because like if you look at it right here, this is the milestone in regards to the hex orbs once you open those, opening the hex orbs. And then the second part right here, which is the arcane milestone, is when you spin your power cores. So maybe there's 2 milestones as far as worth the rewards, what I'm getting at. So that's going to be interesting. I know the sad thing about the post on here, which I wanted to bring up on our Discord over to you, Darth, is that there's still, when you look into the weekly blitz, you don't see Wong on here. So you still got to wait for him. So I know that's the guy that you're ready to start gearing up. I believe this next run for Wong, when he comes out, more than likely it's going to be next week. That's when you can go ahead and start working on those red stars. Because I think those are going to be ranked upon, like, was it like, could you get up to like a 4 red star for Wong on those blitzes? Remember?
Yeah, top 100 will get a 4 red star. I will most likely get a 3 red star.
Okay.
Top 1%. So.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the luck and time, really works in your favor there. So if you got the time for it, definitely be pulling for you. But no, this week it's going to be Swarm and Minerva, which is just as exciting as getting Wong. So that's what you're looking forward to. Take a break, I guess, right, from your blitzing.
Yeah.
That's about it on there. But yeah, so what I wanted to do, let me jump back here. Sorry. Let's jump back to the gameplay. So let's talk about, and just kind of recapping the whole Darkhold team. I know you've been playing around with them and testing them out a little bit more than I have. So you tell me, what's your first impressions about this Darkhold team?
My first impression was, as soon as I got Morgan Le Fay unlocked, I brought her to gear 13 and level 70 the first night, and I immediately took her into Arena with a gear 15 3-star, no red star Wong, a gear 15 3-star, 3 reds, or yeah, I think 4-star, 3 red star Doctor Strange, a gear tier 14 Scarlet Witch, and a gear tier 14 Agatha. And I smoked a meta team at a 430k punch up. I didn't even know the kit. Like, I took video just to see how it went the first time.
Yeah.
And I rewatched the video, and you can see me pulling up the skills and reading what the skills do because I have no idea what I'm up to, and I still just smoke that team down.
Yeah.
I put my I think they're under 600k still, and I drop so much slower than I did before. I think right now people just don't want to fight it because it's different, and they know they can run through and do this next match in 1 minute, and they can't beat this team in 1 minute. So it's like a deterrent for, I think, for right now. It's not like it's going to hold because my characters are so huge. But definitely on the offensive side, it's just it's a lot of fun to watch Cersei and Icarus stand there for 3 turns.
Mhm. Let me yeah, I'm glad you brought it up because you did record it and I didn't think about it this morning, but let's actually let's just show the video of it now that I have it coming through here. Let me just make sure I know where. Yeah, there we go. So this is the battle you're talking about. I believe this is the arena one. Here, I know you don't see it on this one thing, sorry. But yeah, so here they are. This is the Eternals, right? So that one squad that you're going against is going to be the the Eternals with Zemo and Doom. And this is that 400 something K, 400,000 punch up here. And it was funny because like I did see you kind of holding on to the. I'm the same. I'm still trying to learn this team.
Yeah, it's like here. Oh, you can't see it on your screen right now, but I'm reading the ability right here. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And then I have to move my record thing, my little ghost record thing on my phone out of my way, and look at it again because it's such a book. It takes up my whole screen.
Yeah. So I guess, and we don't have to break down the whole like matchup, but the reason I want to show this is just in general is like as we watch him in action here, who's obviously priority number one. Like if you were to give some advice to someone on the Darkhold team, the first character that you're going to be gearing up is going to be Morgan Le Fay, right? As far as working your gear towards. Who's the second one? Would you say that it's Heartless?
It's so hard to say because they work in conjunction so well together. Like Heartless is a lot of damage, so you want him really big, but Wong takes all the damage and gives a lot of damage. You The buffs and stuff that Agatha put out are necessary to your survival. There's they work as such a team. There's only one. I mean, even Scarlet Witch, like for this match, especially extending the stuns. There are very few characters out there that extend stuns,
Mm-hmm.
and she extends stuns. So the stuns that literally go out the turn before she goes against the 2 most powerful characters in the game up until this team is released.
Yeah.
So, if I had to give a priority, I mean, I guess to answer your actual question, it would probably be Doctor Strange, Heartless, Morgan Le Fay, Wong, and then Scarlet Witch last, and Agatha right before her. Agatha fourth. And see, I say it now, and it doesn't sound right because I can think of 1,000 reasons why that's wrong. Like every single one of those placements doesn't feel right because of the way the team works.
Yeah. Okay, so here is the speed team, which
It's in War against the Speed Eternals. That's right. I did that one too.
yeah. So I just realized the way that I have all it cropped out here. That's okay. We'll display it. I cut off part of the screen. Actually,
You can still.
Let me see. Where is it? Fit to screen. There we go. Yeah, I'll fix that up for you. So yeah, the speed team. So I was interesting. I never looked at this one. I saw you posted onto our Discord. But this is what is that? So you're going against Zemo, yeah, and Cable, okay, and then Loki. There it is, yeah. So speed. Would you say this matchup would work out? And I don't know, we haven't even like I'm kind of cheating ahead as far as the video. Well, I'll hold off on my question. But were you kind of worried about the speed? Did you have any fears about this matchup at all?
I had no fear about the matchup because I've been playing Arena now with them for a few days.
Yeah.
I knew that my guys were going to go off before their Eternals went off, and I knew I was going to get to stun them, and I knew they were going to get stunned for a bunch of turns, and then I knew I was going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
especially with a team that small. Because when you're used to working with Arena, you're used to working against those two characters, Doctor Doom, and then maybe Omega Red and Adam Warlock, because they're all set up for the defense against the Eternals. So I did not think that this was going to lose, and it was only, like I said, I posted it even though it was only a 100K punch up, just to have something out there to show guys that your Darkhold's going to do good in war, to show our guys, not to show like the world, just to show our 23 other people.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, so there's a chat came through from Scopely Math Genius. The Dark Avengers best news cosmic Crucible team and the new MSF data mine ever. Cosmic Crucible. Oh, so yeah, they're looking ahead about when we do the Crucible event. That's gonna be the best new Cosmic
Ooh.
Crucible. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's Scopely Math Genius. Yeah, and happy holidays to you and your loved ones as well. Yeah, but jumping, yeah. So this whole thing right here is like, like you said, they're broken right now, right? As far as once you get this full squad up and you have them all unlocked, now it's what you say, run, don't walk. As far as trying to gear up everybody on that team, they're going to be the new meta arena team, and I guess like in general, when I think about them in the arena, how do you feel comfortable with putting them on defense? Have you done that yet?
Yep, I made the switch, and I think that I drop a lot slower because I made the switch.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's because, like I said, I think it's because people just aren't attacking it. It's only 560 or 570K right now, and I don't think anybody is. I think they're just avoiding my team
Okay.
because it's when you play against them. I don't think it's a 60-second match like when you take your Eternals in against their Eternals.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I haven't put them on defense yet, so I guess I should do it now. And that's kind of how we'll wrap it up on the defense here. So let me look through it because I haven't asked you, and I'm still kind of wondering about placement. So this is my theory, and tell me if I'm wrong. But so what I currently am doing right now is I'm putting LaFay in the middle, putting Agatha next to her on the right side. Then I go ahead and go with this is where I don't know as far as if it's a big deal or not as far as who to put next, but I kind of put Scarlet Witch right there. I definitely want Wong on the side of Agatha. And then, is that kind of how you had it set up? I didn't really pay attention to your placement. Does it matter?
I don't know that it matters. I think that I have Scarlet Witch, and I think I think that Wong is on the other side, or I guess if you put Doctor Strange where Agatha is, and then if you swap where Agatha would be now with Scarlet Witch, I just set them up, and I think I've set it up wrong as far as my placement is concerned. But you have the gist of it. Wong to be on the end. I haven't looked into why are we putting Agatha next to Wong? Is it because she goes stealth?
I forgot. Like there's something that she needs a bit. She gets some type of ability between the two, or shares ability, I believe. Maybe we should look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I need to read the kit a little bit more.
Yeah, there's something in regards to that.
Oh,
So
it's adjacent allies do something.
yeah,
We've got
there's something
honor.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look into it later, but that's what it
Okay,
was.
you're right. I do need to change placement. I think it's on
On Wong, maybe.
no, it's on one of her abilities. It's her adjacent allies attack with her as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's her basic. I think it's her basic.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there's called one random. Yeah.
okay, and then when you T4, it's called 2. So you do not want her to be on the end.
Upgrade that already too. Okay. So and only okay, cool. So yeah, that's definitely we're going to be tinkering with them. We'll be highlighting this team a lot more in the future. So be ready for that as we're definitely going to be gearing them up together. This is the one of the times that I don't walk. I start running, and I even have my internal challenge with Darth to try to push each other to get this team up and running. So that's kind of where we're at on that one. Um, but only because I have a little bit of time with you here, Darth. I'll do this live. I'm just kind of curious about your progress here on the Dark Dimension. How are you doing on DD5?
Stuck. I finished City and I'm stuck. I am waiting for to get 2 more characters ready to go for global.
Yeah.
That's how I'm doing.
My global,
That's why I worked so hard in tower mode. I needed every single one of those teal gear orbs.
yeah. I'm stuck just like you, but I'm up on the next node on Cosmic. But I know you got some characters ready for Cosmic, and this is where your catch up is gonna be. So this is where I'm stuck in the quicksand right now. Um, but what I would tell you though, as you get ready and jump into the trying to find the nodes here on global. Yeah, it to me was pretty easy with the squad that I had. Yeah, that was a one shot. And then here, 4 attacks.
Or
Yeah,
that's
and
not
I probably
bad.
could have done like 3 or something. Like if I wanted to back out of it, but I knew I wasn't gonna go anywhere quick. I knew I was gonna be in quicksand, so then I started slow playing it at this point. And the same thing
Hmm.
here. Once I got those 5 attacks on the last one, and that was it. So
Nice.
yeah, it went pretty quick. But now it's just like you said, trying to see what the RNG gods are gonna get me right. I don't know what I in theory I want to bring in the Eternals, but that's another mystic to worry about. But this is where I have hard. I want Kestrel and the 2 Eternals to join me. But more than likely, as I start kind of looking at the mapping of it, um, yeah, it's gonna be all the RNG gods because I'm missing that special, that box right there in the middle left. And so I'm missing one of those special uniques. Anyways, all right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up, man. So that way we can get to our families and to the Easter events. I got some stuff to do, but I want to thank you, Darth, for joining today. I know you're excited to talk about this, so I definitely wanted to do the same. And thank you guys for catching the show. Thank you to Scopely Matt Genius for your nice little let me wrap what you got me going there with the ton of discussions. I kind of stopped watching ton a little bit because of that. But I mean, not that dogging on him, but he has so much excitement and theories out there. He gets me going. And then if I get too caught up in him, I'm gonna be like him, still waiting for his Gamut and Rogue. So I try not to get too much on the Tana train. But yeah, who else was this? Dr. NSA. Thank you for joining us. He was asking a question. You doing any Scourge playthrough today? Maybe at night after the
Right.
Easter festivities. Yeah, if I do it, I'll definitely I'll send a notification to my Discord Alliance guys, see if they want to jump in on that. In a way, I would want to go live, Dr. NSA, because if I can get Darth like on my corner, like Rocky's trainer, to try to help me fight through it, I wouldn't mind doing that. I probably need all the help I can get. But yeah, y'all have a great Easter. Enjoy it. Enjoy your week. And until then, we'll see y'all next Sunday. Peace out.